For the last 78 years, we've watched some of the greatest moments in NBA history.
Chamberlain makes it 101 to 99. They set up their strategy. Watch the rebound. This is the thing that brought the house down.
5, the Busher shoots. Hit with 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds, 1 second. West throws it up. He makes it. West throws it up and makes it.
5 seconds to go. Matches with a hook shot.
Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7. Local championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead.
Finding the save. Final shot. Final seconds. Bryant for the win.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry. Way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 6/10 of a second remaining.
Irving drives. Hot step inside. No shot. Misses. Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good! Of course it goes in. Jokic from downtown. Anthony Davis just stares at him. Murray makes the move.
The Nuggets have won.
But what if we went back and did it all over again?
Today is the year 1954. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of NBA 2K History Simulation. Hope you guys are resimulation. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this series. Who are you guys most excited for to enter the league? Let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know in the comments, who are your guys' favorite NBA team, like in real life? Let me know. I'm curious to see, like, how, like, do we have, like, a fan of every team? Like, that would be kind of cool. I'm a Nuggets fan, so Nuggets are checked off, right? I know we have a Knicks fan. I know we have a couple Lakers fans. But, yeah, let me know. Because I'm curious. Like, can we get in the comments every single team, like, a fan of every single team? I think that would be a lot of fun. But don't lie. Don't lie. Just be honest. What's your favorite team, all right? Let me know in the comments below. But let's get into it. So we are on the 1954-1955 season. Obviously, in last season's NBA Finals, the Boston Celtics won their first title, beating the Fort Wayne Pistons. The Pistons have gone to 2 straight titles. Paul Arizin is playing really, really well. Won last year's regular season MVP. Obviously, George Mikan is still really good. And they are a threat out in New York. So we'll see what happens there. We got a few retirements here. Frankie Bumholtz, Chick Halbert, Ozzie Sheckman, Chip Sobek, and Bob Carpenter all retire. Chick Halbert, the first defensive player of the year, he ends up retiring at 35 years old. And we have a team that folded. The Baltimore Bullets have folded. And that is the last time an NBA team folds. We are now down officially to the original 8 teams in NBA history. At least with our current 30 teams, right? We got the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, the Philadelphia Warriors, which end up becoming the Golden State Warriors, the Syracuse Nationals, which end up becoming the Philadelphia 76ers, the Minneapolis Lakers, LA Lakers, Rochester Royals, Sacramento Kings, Fort Wayne Pistons, Detroit Pistons, and the Milwaukee Hawks, who end up becoming the Atlanta Hawks. So that's the first original 8 teams. And then we won't have a team enter the league until 61, which is Chicago Packers, which obviously become the Baltimore Bullets. So, yeah, it's going to be a while until we have some teams added. This should be a fun episode, though, because we have a couple of really good players entering the league. Next episode, I believe, is a Bill Russell episode. And then I think in 3 episodes might be the Wilt Chamberlain episode. So yeah, we have some really great players coming into the league very, very soon. The shot clock era is also here, so we are changing the shot clock from 30 to 24. We didn't have it off because the scoring was still too high, which didn't make sense. So we now go from 30 to 24. The scoring might be a little high, though. I'm going to try and mess with the pace and the settings and stuff and the shots taken. I don't think that stuff actually does anything. And the problem, too, is we have 4 no-name teams. So the scoring is going to be higher against those teams than, you know, when the 8 teams play each other. And unfortunately, we can't just go down to 8 teams. We have to, the lowest we can go is 12. So, yeah, the scoring might be a little too much, but it's as close as we can get it. Hopefully, no one's averaging, you know, 40 points per game. Obviously, Wilt is the only one to do something like that. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. On to the 1954 NBA draft, and with the #1 overall pick, the Syracuse Nationals select Frank Selvey. Wow. Okay. Did not think they were going to take Frank Selvey, #1. Interesting. With the 2nd overall pick, the Milwaukee Hawks select Richie Guerin. Are you kidding me? If you guys didn't know, this is the Bob Pettit draft, and Bob Pettit has fallen. With the 3rd overall pick, the Philadelphia Warriors select Bob Pettit. Wow. Bob Pettit falls to 3. At 4, the Boston Celtics select Gene Shue. At 5, the Fort Wayne Pistons select Chuck Noble. At 6, the Rochester Royals select Larry Costello. At 7, the Minneapolis Lakers select Dick Rosenthal. At 8, the New York Knicks select Red Kerr. And at 9, the Nationals get a 2nd pick. They select Red Morrison. On to free agency, Larry Faust re-signed. Okay, so I don't know how this even happened because I have off-season free agency turned off for the no teams. So I don't know how Larry Faust actually signed with them, but I will get him to a different team. I'm not sure who, but yeah, I will try. I wonder if he's, you know what, he might actually be on the team. So let me go and just release him. So the problem that we're going to run into a little bit here is that there are too many players for the league as far as just 8 teams. So there are going to be some players that end up being on the no teams. I'm just hoping that they don't end up, man, it's the same team. No, stay away. Okay, so we should be good. Larry Faust signed with the Hawks in a big deal. So yeah, we should be good. Here's free agency. It was a little bit complicated there, especially when obviously we had to release every player on the Bullets. So Larry Faust ends up going to Milwaukee. That's a really good pickup for Milwaukee, with obviously Bob Cousy. The Lakers signed Bill Sharman. Warriors get Chuck Cooper. A lot of these are 1-year deals. The money issue is still a bit of an issue, but we're going to try and just get through it. The 1954-55 season is over, and Paul Arizin continues to dominate. Back-to-back MVPs, but this time 32 points per game, 10 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 2 steals, shooting 56% from the field. He's playing outstanding. It's his 3rd straight year of leading the league in scoring. I'm assuming he led the league in scoring, which is really, really impressive. Bob Pettit wins Rookie of the Year, 17, 8, and nearly 3 assists. Richie Guerin wins 6th Man of the Year. George Mikan wins another Defensive Player of the Year award, which is 6 DPOYs for George Mikan, 24, 10, and 4, a steal and a half, 2.5 blocks per game. Very, very impressive. Paul Arizin, man, he's really good, but the New York Knicks are also really, really good. 3 New York Knicks on this All-NBA first team. Wow. Bobby Wanzer, Andy Phillip, and George Mikan. Then you got Paul Arizin. I fixed this. I swear I fixed it. I fixed it. No, I swear I fixed it. What the heck? What in the world? All NBA second team, we got Kuzi, Braun, Shaw's. Oh, Fresh Shaw's is on a no team. No, come on, man. I don't know how that happened. Everyone got signed. What the heck? That is so frustrating. All defensive. There's too many players. It's the problem. There's just too many players right now. Bobby Wanzer, Carl Braun, Mel Hutchins, Fred Shaw's, and George Mikan. And then all defensive second team got Bob Harrison, Larry Hennessy, Vern Mickelson, Paul Arizin. I'm going to try my best to get these guys off of the no teams. I apologize. I'm trying. The draft classes that we've had, and because we had so many teams, it's just, that's kind of the one issue that we're running into here, because we've never, you know, done the contracting of the league and stuff. So that's kind of a problem right now. We'll figure it out for next offseason. But real quick, because this is driving me nuts, I swear to you, I fixed Mel Hutchins. I swear. We got Mel Hutchins. Okay, we're good. Keep changes. Now, the problem is that, obviously, so 4 year. Okay, so he was 26, around there, 26, 27. And I will improve him a little bit. He was what, like an 80, what, like an 87 overall, something like that. So I'll do that. Okay. I think we should be good. Let me actually lower his 3-point shooting. Oops. As well. That way he's not out here shooting threes. This should be fine. Also, he didn't shoot this much. He averaged 11 points in his career. So I'm also going to do this. And I'm going to lower his his 3-point tendencies are all going to be up. So annoying. I'm going to fix this. He better not be looking like LeBron again. If he does, I don't know what to do. I swear to you, I did this before I recorded. I did this before I started recording. And all of a sudden, he was back to being LeBron. I don't understand what is happening. Okay. We all see it. Mel Hutchins is not LeBron. We'll see what happens. A no team made the playoffs. Okay. I don't understand how they ended up with... Is this the team that made... I don't think this is the team that made the playoffs. Because they're not good at... Yeah, this is a fresh... Because they have fresh shots. Why? Go away. Why is this... Unbelievable. I swear, if they beat the Knicks, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose my... We're just going to go. We're just going to figure it out from here. I don't know what's happening. This episode is off to a weird start. I apologize. We'll get it fixed. Paul Arizin led the league in scoring. Workman kind of led the league in rebounds. Melchor led the league in assists. Shaw's kind of led the league in steals. Phillip really did. And then Mike led the league in blocks. Okay. Please, New York, just win this series so we don't have to worry. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. We're on to the conference finals. It will be the Fort Wayne Pistons. They got Melchor, Renzino, Arizin, Osterkorn, and Ray Felix. Slater Martin coming off the bench. They're taking on the Minneapolis Lakers with Sutterledge, Gabber. They got Coleman. I can't speak right now. And Arnie Risen. And then for the Eastern Conference Finals, we got the New York Knicks with Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Barnhorst, Hugh Briggs, and George Mikan. Against the Boston Celtics, Carl Braun, Bob Harrison, Jim Pollard, Nat Clifton, and Don Otten with Dolph Schayes off the bench. It's going to be the battle of the two best players in the world. George Mikan versus Paul Arizin. Both won in sweeps in the conference finals. We've got the New York Knicks and the Fort Wayne Pistons. The Knicks haven't been to the NBA Finals in a few years. Last time was the 51-52 season where they beat the Rochester Royals. The Pistons have now made it made it to the finals 3 straight times. Gene Melchor, Sam Renzino, Paul Arizin, Wally Osterkorn, and Ray Felix. And the Knicks with Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Leo Barnhorst, Bud Palmer, and George Mikan. It's Paul Arizin versus George Mikan here in the 1955 NBA Finals. Game number 1, and the Pistons up early and up big, up by 13 after 1, up by 18 at the half. And can the Knicks make this close? I don't think so. Nope, they cannot. The Fort Wayne Pistons take game 1 in New York, 112-103. Andy Phillip with 22, Mikan with 22, Wanzer with 20. Not enough because Paul Arizin is on fire. 41, 12, and 5 with 3 steals. Paul Arizin is carrying the Fort Wayne Pistons. On to game number 2. After 1, the Knicks lead it by 7. At the half, they lead it by, math is hard. What is that? 8, so 15. Goodness gracious. They're going to blow out the Pistons, looks like. Unless Fort Wayne can get hot here. Nope, that will do it. 112-94. Phillip with 21-7 and 6. Mikan with 21-10. Barnhorst with 16 and 9. Paul Arizin, not a great game. 29, 9 and 3. 4 steals and 3 blocks. I mean, a good game, but not what he's been doing, and that's why they lost. We're all tied up at 1. The Pistons, though, have home court advantage here in the final 5 games. After 1, the Knicks lead it by 5. At the half, they lead it by 6. Going into the 4th quarter, though, we're all tied up, and the Pistons have taken the lead, 106-100. Can the Knicks make this close? I don't think they can. That's going to do it. The Fort Wayne Pistons come back after trailing at the half, 115-106. They win. Bobby Wanzer with 26 and 8. Mikan had a triple-double, 21, 12, and 10. Not enough as Osterkorn put up 37 and 12. Paul Arizin with 31 and 8. Mel Shore with 10 and 14 assists. And the Pistons have taken a 2-1 series lead. On to game number 4. The Pistons early 13-point lead. At the half, they lead it by 18. Can the Knicks come back here and make it close? I don't think so. The Fort Wayne Pistons have taken a 3-1 series lead, and Paul Arizin put up 30 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Osterkorn chipped in 20. Felix chipped in 20 as well, and the Pistons have a 3-1 series lead. On to game number 5 in New York. A must-win game here for New York, trying to stay alive. They're up by 2 after 1. At the half, they're up by 6. Going into the 4th, they're still up by 6. And now late in the 4th, they're up by 13. It's a 9-point game. And looks like New York is going to hold on here. Yep, they should hold on. 103-94. Andy Phillip, 25, 9, and 6. Wanzer with 20, 11, and 8. Mikan with 18, 13, and 10. Another triple-double for George Mikan. Barnhorst with 16. He is a little bit banged up, but playing. Paul Arizin with 33, 10, and 6. No one else really played well for the Pistons. And the Knicks make it a 3-2 series lead for the Pistons, headed back to Fort Wayne. So game number 6. The Pistons at home, up by 6 after 1. At the half, they're up by 11. Going into the 4th, looks like they're up by 8. Now up by, still up by 8. Down to a minute 24, they're up by 12. This is going to do it. The Fort Wayne Pistons are going to win it. And that will do it. The Fort Wayne Pistons are NBA champions for the 2nd time in 3 years. They win it 112-99 here in game number 6. And the Pistons, who have made it to 3 straight NBA Finals, have now won their 2nd. Wow. Paul Arizin, man. He's been incredible. 2 straight MVPs, 3 straight scoring titles, and now 2 titles in 3 years. He's made it to the NBA Finals 3 straight years, and he's now had his 2nd Finals MVP. What a run for Paul Arizin. Paul Arizin is your Finals MVP, averaging 31, nearly 10 rebounds, nearly 5 assists, 2 steals, shooting 52% from the field. And he put up 26, 11, and 5 in the closeout game. Felix chipped in 24 and 7. Osterkorn with 20 and 7. Mel Shore with 15 and 13. Mikan 28 and 7. Phillip with 27, 6 and 6. But not enough. So they didn't get enough help from the others. And the Knicks have now lost their first NBA Finals. They have 2 titles, but now 2-1 in the NBA Finals. What a run for Paul Arizin, and he's starting to make a case for best player ever, because as we know, George Mikan did join championship teams. He had a lot of help. Paul Arizin has a couple of guys, but he is absolutely carrying them. All right, we got a bunch of retirements, which actually should help and make this a little bit easier to do, because we do have a lot of players right now. So quite a bit of players retire. Smalley, Red Holzman, he retires. So yeah, we got a decent amount. Hopefully that kind of, we start to get less and less players. We only have 4 players in this upcoming draft, which will also help, but that's kind of the problem right now, is we just have too many players in the league. But yeah, those are the retirements. Here in the 1955 NBA draft, the Syracuse Nationals, who have the #1 pick again, they drafted, actually, no, they didn't draft Bob Pettit. They drafted Selvey, I think, last year. This year, they take Maurice Stokes. So Stokes headed to the Syracuse Nationals. With the 2nd overall pick, the Milwaukee Hawks select Jack Twyman. The 3rd overall pick, the Philadelphia Warriors select Tom Gala, who looks like LeBron. I swear to you guys, I made this draft class. I put these players in there. He did not look like LeBron. What is happening? I'm losing my mind. The 4th overall pick, the Boston Celtics select Casey Jones. That's a heck of a pick for the Boston Celtics. Here in free agency, we still have some players that haven't signed, but they do have offers, so they should sign here pretty soon. But Fred Shaw's does go to the Nationals. So yeah, he's finally on a normal team. But the Nationals might be better. I mean, they've been the worst team in the league for a while, so we'll see if they can improve. Walter Dukes will head to Boston, leaves the Lakers. Hennessy will stay with the St. Louis Hawks. McNames stays with the Hawks. Chuck Cooper stays in Philly. Reagan will head to the Lakers. Slater Martin will go to the Royals. Sam Renzino goes to the Royals, so the Pistons losing Renzino. Kenny Sailors will head to the Nationals, leaving Boston, so a little bit of movement. 1955-56 season is over. Verna Mickelson wins the Mickelson? Is it Mickelson or Michelson? I don't know. Michelson? I'm gonna go with Michelson? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Michelson. Vern Michelson wins MVP, nearly 24 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block for the Rochester Royals. So I'm assuming the Royals much better this year. Maurice Stokes wins Rookie of the Year, averaging 18, 9, and 3. Dick Rote wins Sixth Man of the Year. George Mikan wins another DPOY. This is his, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th? That's insane. 7 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Paul Arizin, again, dominated, but did not win an MVP. All NBA first team got Andy Phillip, Carl Braun, Vern Michelson, Paul Arizin, and George Mikan. All NBA second team, we got Kuzi, Wanzer, Coleman, Hagan, and Mark Workman. Both of these guys are on a no team. I don't know how they ended up on a no team. Cliff Hagan hasn't been on a real team, and no, okay, never mind. He was on the Nationals last year. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. All right, all NBA third team, we got Don Sutterledge, and I literally fixed it. This game's driving me nuts. This game is absolutely driving me nuts. I don't know why this is happening. Oh, and now Mel Hutchins is a different LeBron. What is happening? Somebody help me. Why? Why is this happening? Why? I'm pretty sure like they're like turning into LeBron too. Like look at their numbers. It's like I don't know what to do. Why is this happening? All defensive first team, we got Carl Braun, Bobby Wanzer, Jack Coleman, Jack Molinas, and George Mikan. Second team, we got Andy Phillip, Chuck Noble, Paul Arizin, Mel Hutchins, and Arnie Risen. I don't know what to do. Paul Arizin led the league in scoring again, 31 a game. Coleman led the league in rebounds. Mel Shore led the league in assists. I don't think Mel Hutchins, he averaged 3 assists in real life. Like, it's basically LeBron James. I'm so confused. Bobby Wanzer led the league in steals, and Mikan led the league in blocks. And another no team made the playoffs because... I don't know. I think the problem... Because I didn't check it mid-season. I checked it before the season started. And the no teams were bad. They were all bad. I'm pretty sure they just picked them up in free agency during the year randomly. So I got to turn that off in the settings. So I'll try to fix that. I apologize, guys. Usually this goes better, but this year's 2K, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this year's 2K. It seems to be a little broken. Well, it's always broken, but you guys know what I mean. So let's get to the conference finals here as the Philadelphia Warriors, the Minneapolis Lakers, the Syracuse Nationals, and thank goodness a no team loses in round number 1. So, wow, by the way, the Pistons did not make the playoffs. That's why Paul Arizin did not win MVP. He's carrying a terrible team. They couldn't even make the playoffs. That's insane. We've got the Rochester Royals, who will be taking on the Milwaukee Hawks. Slater Martin, Sam Renzino, Harry Gallatin, Vern Mickelson, and Chuck Scher. Wait, I could have sworn oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm confusing myself. Harry Gallatin was on a no team, I think, last year. The Hawks with Kuzi. Kuzi finally having a playoff run. We'll see how far he can go. Larry Hennessy, Ernie Beck, obviously signing Larry Faust is a big deal. So we'll see how that goes. They've got Joe McName and Richie Guerin. Then the Boston Celtics versus the New York Knicks. Gene Shue, Carl Braun, Jim Pollard, Nat Clifton, and Don Otten. Against the New York Knicks with Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Leo Barnhorst, and Bud Palmer. And then obviously George Mikan. On to the 1956 NBA Finals, where we kind of have a rematch here. The New York Knicks and the Rochester Royals in the NBA Finals. These two teams played in the 1952 NBA Finals, where the Knicks beat them in 5-4-1. And George Mikan ended up winning the Finals MVP. Will history repeat itself, or will the Royals get their first NBA title? Here's the starting 5 for both teams. Andy Phillip, Bobby Wanzer, Leo Barnhorst, Bud Palmer, and George Mikan for the Knicks. For the Royals, got Slater Martin, Sam Renzino, Harry Gallatin, Vern Mickelson, and Chuck Scher. So, on to game number 1 between the Knicks and Royals. Royals with home court advantage, but the Knicks up early, up by 11 after 1. All tied up at the half, but the Knicks retake the lead here. Now the Royals have taken the lead and pulling away. Down to a minute to go, though. It's a 2-point game. Let's jump in. The Royals with the ball up by 2. Knicks need a stop. Over to Harry Gallatin. Gallatin gives it to Scher. Scher, mid-range jumper, no good. Gallatin, offensive rebound. He misses it. Palmer with the rebound. Gets it to Wanzer. Now the Knicks go. Wanzer, driving, puts it up. No good. Gallatin with the rebound. 35 seconds to go now. Need another stop from the Knicks. Costello with it. 12 on the shot clock in the post to Gallatin. Gallatin has size advantage in the post here. And that's good! Harry Gallatin might have just sealed it for the Royals here in Game 1 of the 1956 NBA Finals. He gives the Royals a 4-point lead with 20 seconds to go. The Knicks will pass it in here. Wanzer with it. Now to Palmer. Gets it in the post to Mikan. Got to go quick here. Mikan. Good defense on Mikan. He drives, puts it up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out. Wanzer with it. Gotta go. 5 seconds. Wanzer long 2. No good. And the Royals will hold on here in game number 1 and take a 1-0 series lead here in the NBA Finals. Gallatin with 35, 10, and 3. Michelson with 24, 6, and 3. Scher with 16 and 8. For the Knicks, it's 23, 12, and 8 for Wanzer. 22, 12, and 4 for Mikan. And Phillip with 20 and 6, but not enough as the Royals take a 1-0 series lead. So, on to game number 2. And the Knicks with an early 10-point lead, but here come the Royals again. Down by double digits, but the Royals storm back. Now down to the final minutes here. We're back and forth. The Royals take a 6-point lead. Now a 2-point lead with a minute and a half. All right, let's jump in 107-105. A minute and 34 to go. The Royals up by 2. They'll pass it in. Slater Martin with it. Martin over to Michelson. Michelson will get in the post here. Kicks it back out to Martin. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Martin gets a screen. Goes right. Martin, mid-range jumper. No good. Mikan with the rebound. Out to Wanzer. Wanzer driving. And will kick it back out. They're going to set up Mikan in the post here. George Mikan in the post. Tough shot. No good. George Mikan struggling to hit shots here late in these games. Now the Royals with it. 45 seconds to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Driving left. Kicks it back out. That's going to be a turnover. Great defense from New York. And the Knicks will take over. They're going to call a timeout with 36 seconds to go. I'm assuming the play is to get it in the post here to George Mikan. Over to Phillip. To Barnhorst. Now to Bobby Wanzer in the post to Mikan. Mikan in the post. Nice move, and Mikan lays it up and in. We're all tied up at 107. 25.8 seconds to go. Who do the Royals go to? Will it be the MVP? We'll see. Slater Martin with it. Martin at the top of the key. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. About a 2-second, maybe a little less than 2-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Martin will hold on to it for the last shot. 8 seconds. 7 on the shot clock. Michelson in the post. Michelson. Hook shot. Good! Vern Michelson hits a big shot. Gives the Royals a 2-point lead. 4.7 seconds to go, though. The Knicks have a chance to tie up this game and send it to overtime. Barnhorst will pass it into Phillip. 2 seconds. 1 in the post of Mikan. Mikan! No good! And the Royals take a 2-0 series lead. Wow, the first 2 games coming down to the last seconds. But the Royals somehow escape with the 2-0 series lead. Game number 3 in New York. The Knicks trying to avoid going down 3-0. And at the half, we're all tied up. Going into the fourth, the Knicks are up by 1. Now up by 5. Now it's a back and forth game here. Down to a minute 24. The Knicks up by 1. Let's jump in again. The Knicks with the ball. Into the post to George Mikan. Up by 1. Mikan, nice move. Lays it up and in. It's a 3-point lead for the New York Knicks. Costello will bring it up. Down by 3. Over to Gallatin. Gallatin driving left. Gallatin, Euro step. Floater, no good. Gets his own rebound. He's fouled. And he'll have 2 free throws with 59 seconds to go. First free throw is up and no good. A big miss there from Harry Gallatin. So Gallatin's second free throw is good. So it's a 2-point lead now for the Knicks. Royals need a stop. Phillip will bring it up. They're going to get in the post to Mikan again. Mikan goes left. Good defense. It's stolen. Michelson comes up with the ball, gives it to Gallatin. Over to Slater. Martin. Martin. Now with 12 on the shot clock. Gives it to Gallatin. Gallatin spins. A tough shot. Gets blocked. Gets his own rebound. And turns it over. Oh, what a disaster. Mikan with the block. Gallatin got it back but panicked. And George Mikan with the steal. And now he will head to the free throw line to try to extend this lead. Free throw number 1 is good. The second free throw to give the Knicks a 4-point lead. No good. It's still a 3-point lead. And the Royals will call a timeout with 24 seconds to go. They need a quick bucket here. And then they're going to have to foul and hope the Knicks miss a free throw. Martin with it. Nice pass to Gallatin. Gallatin! No good! Gets his own rebound! Lays it up and in! It's a 1-point game now. The Knicks will pass it in to Phillip, and he will get fouled immediately. A 1-point lead for the Knicks. The Royals need a missed free throw here. First free throw is good. Second free throw. Good. It's a 3-point lead for the Knicks. Royals got to go quick. No timeouts. 16 seconds to go. Martin with it. Martin. Got to go. Got to go. Can't settle. Share long 2. Oh, it's good! It's happened again! You've got to be kidding me! Oh my gosh. Before this season, it's never happened. We've done this series multiple times. And now it's happened twice in back-to-back episodes. Wow. We're all tied up at 91. 7.7 seconds to go. The Knicks with it. Phillip with the ball. 5 seconds. 4 into the post to Mikan. Mikan at the buzzer gets fouled. 1.6 seconds to go. A huge foul. Chuck Scher called for the foul. Now Mikan will head to the free throw line. The first. Good. Remember, he missed the second free throw last time. Second free throw for George Mikan. No good! He missed it again! Full court shot! Oh, off the front of the rim! No good! The Knicks escape with a 1-point win. They can tie it up in game number 4. What a game. What a series. Phillip had 33, 14, and 7. Mikan with 18, 11, and 5. 6 steals and 5 blocks. My goodness. Gallatin with 26 and 12. Michelson with 18, 9, and 5 in the loss. So we head to game number 4. Still in New York. The Knicks trying to avoid going down 3-1. Up by 3 after 1. Up by 11 at the half. A low-scoring second quarter. 8 points for the Royals in the second quarter. Yikes. And the Knicks in full control will win game number 4, 92-67. Windsor with 31, 9, and 5. Kafka with 17. Phillip with 16, 10, and 11. Mikan with 13, 9, and 3. So we have a game number 5 all tied up at 2 here in the series. Back to Rochester we go. All tied up after 1. The Knicks take an 8-point lead at the half. Now a 7-point lead into the 4th. Down to 2:23. It's a 6-point game. Down to a minute. It's a 4-point game. Can the Royals make this a 1-possession game here? 3-point game. Still a 3-point game. And that will do it. 89-85. The New York Knicks win game number 5 on the road. Gallatin had 30 in the loss. Phillip with 25, 6, and 6. Windsor with 23, 10, and 6. Mikan with 18, 12, and 6, and 5 blocks. And the Knicks have a 3-2 series lead headed back to New York for game number 6. Here we go. After 1, the Royals lead it by 1. At the half, the Knicks lead it by 5. Going into the 4th, It's a 3-point lead for the Knicks, but an 8-0 run here to start the fourth quarter for the Knicks gives them an 11-point lead. Down to 3 minutes ago, they lead it by 12. Down to a minute and 16, they lead it by 10. That should do it. The New York Knicks are going to win it. And that will do it. The New York Knicks are NBA champions once again. Their third title. It's been 4 years since they won their last, but they get back to the NBA Finals last year and lost to the Pistons. They get back again and now have won their third in 6 years. George Mikan, with what, his 5th NBA title? We'll see if he wins Finals MVP. Wanzer and Phillip both played really well, so we'll see who they give Finals MVP to. It will not go to George Mikan. Wow. So the Knicks are NBA champions, and Andy Phillip wins Finals MVP. 23 points, 7 rebounds, 8.7 assists, 2 steals, and a block per game. Andy Phillip is your Finals MVP. Kind of surprising, although, I mean, George didn't have a great Finals, right? If we go game by game here, Wanzer at 23, 12, and 8. Mikan at 22, 12, and 4. Phillip with 26 and 3 in game 1. Right? Mikan 20. I mean, Mikan had 2 really good games in games 1 and 2. In game 3, though, Andy Phillip had a huge game. And obviously they won that game. In game 4, they both really didn't. It was Bobby Wanzer that won that game. And then in game 5, it was Phillip again. Mikan was okay. And then in game 6, it was Phillip, 26, 5, and 15 assists. Wow. I mean, it was close. It was neck and neck, but it was game 6 that did it. Andy Phillip just played better, and he won Finals MVP. So, the Knicks now have 3 NBA titles. That is good for second for most titles by a team. Obviously, the Washington Capitals have 4, but they can't win anymore because they're out of the league right now. But obviously, their history will continue when they're back in Washington as the Bullets. So, the Knicks have 3 titles, the Capitals with 4, the Pistons with 2, and the Celtics with 1. But George Mikan, now with his 5th NBA title, 4 Finals MVPs. He has 5 regular season MVPs. Right now, he's your greatest of all time. Paul Arizin is close, but 2 regular season MVPs, 4 scoring titles, and 2 titles in 3 years, 2 Finals MVPs. He's definitely second. But now, I mean, you can make an argument like Andy Phillip is in that category, right? He has, I'm pretty sure he was on the team when they won their first 2. Oh, no, he wasn't. Oh, wow. Nope, he was drafted. No, he had to have been. Was he really not? Oh, you know what? He was on a different team. Yeah, he was on a different team. Okay. So he wins his first title. Interesting. Well, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Hope you guys enjoyed it. That like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And if you guys know how to fix the LeBron problem, let me know in the comments below. Because I don't know what to do with that. But hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the year 1956.